Good morning. It's 10 o'clock, Wednesday, February 28th. I ask this time that we stand, have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Please make note that all three county commissioners are here, and we now have consents and approvals.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 5 exonerations for $926.40. Vouchers for general county, $92,551.39. Coal severance, $205.05. 911, $338.12. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,001.22. Camp Muffley, $1236.76. Mason-Dixon Park, $312.34. Assessor's valuation, $97.78. Purchasing card vouchers, general county, $14,789.30. Magistrate Court, $84.72. Chestnut Ridge Park, $36.85. Camp Muffley, $283.36. Mason-Dixon Park, $26.77. Assessor's valuation, $154.98 for a voucher total of $111,118.64. We have position vacancies for boards and authorities, the West Run Board of Zoning Appeals and the Planning Commission. Fiduciary orders for February 28th, 2018.
Move for approval. Second.
Been properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes 3-0. Okay, we have introduction of new employees, personnel changes. Sheriff Perry Palmer, come on down. How you doing today? Morning.
Morning. I'm not going to start talking because they didn't pick it up on the mic.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Did I get somebody to?
Yes.
That's right.
Here, you take it.
Oh.
When that's done.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad to announce our new deputy sheriff, Seth Fitzwater. Seth comes to us from Belington. He'll start March 1st with a starting salary of $3,279 a month, full benefits. He will be in plain clothes until he leaves for the State Police Academy on April 1st. He's our next hire. We're still in the process of trying to get a couple more hired.
Okay.
Move for approval. Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Welcome.
Welcome, Seth.
Welcome to the county.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed the ad in the paper there's a really big ad.
Yeah, Carrie's helped us out a lot with trying to get the test earlier.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's pretty good.
Appreciate that. Okay. We now have comments from the public. Is there anyone who would like to come down and feel free to state your name, your address, and welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Rebecca Thomas. I reside at 357 St. Leo Road, which is Wadestown, Monongalia County. Where my house is located is on the line of 3 counties, Monongalia County, Wetzel County, and Marion County. The reason I am approaching to speak with the commission is to urge the consideration of reviewing the existing contract with Mon Health EMS. On my way here, I did meet Mon Health EMS on the way in Blacksville, so to see them responding is one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm under the understanding that Health Team is placing an ambulance in the Blacksville area at the Clay Battelle Community Health Center. And the reason is not to advocate one health system over another, but to urge the review of this contract that is up in the end of this year, I believe, sometime, because of the response time. I have personal experience where I have called 911 for my grandmother who resided on St. Leo Road. It is 31 miles from Mon Health EMS to that location, and if it were able per the contract to be reworded that the closest proximity vehicle be dispatched, it would have reduced the 31-mile to an 11-mile response, reducing that from an hour to 20 minutes response time. So I would just urge the commission to take into consideration revising the existing contract as it stands with Mon Health EMS to include vehicles that are in closer proximity be dispatched to those calls. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none, we will move on. We'll respond to your comments later, okay? Thank you. At this time, we have a number of grants from what I've been informed. Colleen Kuhn.
I actually have two grant applications. The first one is the Community Development Block Grant, which we are a pass-through for MAYSP.
Good.
They're requesting $14,000 for that. And then the second one is the Community Corrections Grant for the Day Report Center. We're requesting $302,034, and included with that one is a memorandum of understanding with between the commission and the local Community Criminal Justice Board, and independent contractor agreements with RDVIC, Kathy Torsney, Jack Torsney, and West Virginia Therapy.
Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Been properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I'll just leave it here. It passes. Okay. Fiduciary hearing for the estate of John Peter Foster.
You want to address item 7 that's will not be.
Oh, yes. The proclamation for Monongalia County Women on Wellness Day, they've called and asked us to pull it off the table at this time. So we will wait and see what happens. So, thank you. Fiduciary hearing for the estate of John Peter Foster III. Could you, is there anything that you want to
There's a
state?
petition from the current executor, Barbara Foster. She is wanting to resign from that estate.
Okay. Is there anybody here
Well,
to address this?
illness.
That's my mother.
Sure. Could you come down and just state, so for informational purposes, just for clarification, who you are and your address?
I'm Steve Foster, 1984 Grafton Road. I live with my mother, and she's 82 and real sick. She can't no longer.
Okay.
And Carol Liston was like next in line, I think, to.
And you have no problem?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Move to approve the request.
Second.
Been properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
It passed. Thank you for coming, because that made it easier for us. Correspondence. You have a letter here received from the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Facility Authority regarding the recently completed audit.
Yes, we are receiving a credit back for $71,373 for erroneous billing from the Correctional Authority.
Okay.
Guess we don't have to have a motion to take
No.
money, do we?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
That's good news.
we'll take it.
That's the good news.
Yeah.
Do you have any other correspondence?
Yeah, I just have one piece. We received a letter. Commissioners, it is with great regret that I submit my letter of resignation as Camp Muffley Park Superintendent. I tend to work until the end of the month, with my last day being March 31st. I've decided to resign for personal reasons, which I'm open to discuss during a meeting in the near future. I would be happy to help with the transition of my duties if it could be arranged. Recruitment of my replacement is also something I'd be willing to do, as I know it can be difficult to fill this type of position. I want to give you all my sincere thanks for the opportunities and experience you have given me and for all the knowledge I have gained while working both at Mason-Dixon and Camp Muffley. Kind regards, Rachel Mitchell.
We don't need to accept?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
you can accept the resignation.
Move to accept the resignation, and also to state that we're very happy to have had Rachel in our employ at both parks. She did an excellent
Right.
job. I know that the reason the reasons for leaving are personal, but I mean, it's not, she does not have any umbrage. And I would ask also that we go ahead and, as quickly as possible, advertise the position so that we may begin the interview process, because it's going to be fairly difficult. I know we have to advertise for 2 weeks and interview to actually get somebody. And so we might actually see if she might be willing to stay a little bit longer to train. Maybe, because that puts us really, even a month, the parameters that we have are a little bit constrained there.
Sure.
Is there a second?
So the motion is to accept the resignation and to move forward with as quickly as possible with the posting and the hiring process. Second.
Okay, properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
No, that's all I have.
I have a letter that I need to read, and unfortunately, this is not good news. Dear Commissioners Bloom, Hawkins, and Sikora, I am sorry to have to inform you that a major customer of Swanson's has decided to no longer provide work typically performed at 2608 Smithtown Road, Morgantown, West Virginia, by Swanson Manufacturing Services Incorporated, Swanson Plating Corporation, Laser Processing, and Swanson Industries. Because of this customer's decision to move this work, Swanson is going to conduct a mass layoff, as they term it, as defined by the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. The mass layoff will impact all Smithtown Road jobs in all shifts, cells, and departments. The first group to be impacted will be laid off on or about March 23, 2018. The group will consist of approximately 20 to 25 employees, and then it explains who they would be. The layoffs are expected to be permanent. The second group of employees to be impacted will be laid off on about April 30, 2018. This group comprises of 50 to 60 employees, will be selected from production, warehouse, and maintenance employees represented by U.S. Steelworkers Local 8-1003. Then it explains the type of individuals that will be laid off. The president of Local 8-1003 is Anthony Fada. His address is so on. These layoffs are expected to be permanent. Employees in the second group will receive 60 days of WARN Act notice and therefore will not receive pay in lieu of a notice. The first group of employees who will be laid off on about March 23rd will receive less than 60 days' notice and therefore will be paid in lieu of notice as by the WARN Act. Please feel to contact me if you need further information. Connor Tobin, Senior Vice President, Human Resources, Swanson Industries, Incorporated. I did want to make that public. Okay, unfinished business?
None.
None. Okay, new business. To consider a request for funding assistance for the Mon County Invitational Baseball Community Event. Do I have a motion and a second for discussion?
Motion to accept the request.
Second.
Okay,
Now,
feel
we're
free.
accepting on the condition that we don't know what the request is yet, but
Yes.
I'd like to invite Don Robinson, president of MBB Bank, to come up, and he's the one that brought this to our attention.
Thank you.
This involves the
Thank you very much.
special fund we have
Right.
for the Monongalia County Ballpark and events to be held at that park. Don was talking to me about an event that he was envisioning, and it seemed to be a perfect fit, and I asked him to come and present his case to the commission. So go ahead, Don, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So first, I want to thank you for taking the time to have me on the agenda and speak today. Don Robinson, I'm the CFO of MBB Bank, but I'm coming to you today as a member of the community and an avid baseball fan. So as a kid, I had the pleasure to play high school ball in Hagerstown, Maryland, where the Baltimore Orioles had a double-A park, and every year we got to play a game at the field, which was the biggest game of the season. You always looked forward to throughout the year. And as the park was being built here, I thought how great would it be to give our kids the same opportunity. So, the vision that we lay out is to provide the opportunity for local high schools to play at the minor league field, bring outside teams and families into our community and to show off the great community that we have, increase the utilization of the ballpark, and then provide an overall experience for the kids that is as close as possible to a minor league game. The long-term vision for this objective is to have a multiple-day event where we're bringing in numerous teams. They do something similar at the Power Park Stadium at the beginning of the year to kick off the season. This year, as you walk before you run, We've slated May 4th as the day. We've been able to reserve the date from the ballpark, and which is a Friday. It's the last weekend before the sectional tournament starts, so for most of the teams, it'll be their last game of the year. I'll show you, we have a great lineup of teams coming. The first game at 3 o'clock is Morgantown High versus Bridgeport. The second game at 5:30 is University High versus GW. And our nightcap at 8 o'clock will be Clay Battelle versus Notre Dame. So 3 great games, bringing our county schools plus bringing schools from out of the county to, drive people to the market as well. The budget for the event, and again, I started off with the focus of trying to make this as close as a minor league game for the student athletes as possible. So we're looking at full utilization of the scoreboard and as many of the amenities at the ballpark as possible. So the use of the facilities, cleaning, ushers, support staff, the scoreboard is $59.45, so just under $6,000 for the stadium. The amenities and necessities of the game, umpires, balls, et cetera, $650. Food and shirts for the athletes, $3,000. And then knowing this is the first year and always being conservative, I built in a contingency of $960. So total cost of the event, $10,555. One of the objectives too is to be a community event. So not charging at the gate. We're not looking for this to be a profit center. We're just looking to have the opportunity for the kids to play here. So we're not going to charge admission, and one of the goals is to bring as many families to the park that evening as possible. And not only the kids playing, but looking at the little leagues, looking at the softball leagues, et cetera, getting as many future student athletes in the stands as possible. So that's a fully absorbed cost. I think it'll be a great opportunity for the kids. I have already had several parents and students reach out and just say thanks for putting this event together. The games are scheduled with the schools, and I think it'll be a great evening, and hope for it's one of many to come in the future. So with that, I'll open to questions or concerns you may have.
Guys, any
Discussion?
questions?
No questions.
Well,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have some, but go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, my question is, first, are you looking for any sponsors that might help offset some of these, especially like, I think it's a wonderful idea. This is how we envisioned.
Right.
But I first need to ask, how much money do we have in that account?
I don't recall.
Yeah.
I would say probably about 15,000.
Okay. So we have it covered. The only reason why I was saying is if we could possibly get some sponsors, I would feel more comfortable paying for everything but the food and shirts for players.
Sure.
Because I think that could be what we could get the community to help provide. But the others, I think, should be. That's what my recommendation would be, but.
Okay. Well, my recommendation was, and you know how we like to meet people halfway.
Okay.
My recommendation is if we funded this up to $5,000, and then we help him, we help the organization and meet them halfway. Obviously, you can come back to us if you would like additional assistance or if you need help. But the sponsorship idea is a good idea. If there's other individuals, and again, I think your bank is carrying a lot of that load. So MVB, which, as you know, MVB is a big sponsor of a lot of things at the stadium.
Yes.
I don't know if you're a corporate sponsor. Are you a corporate sponsor for the Black Bears?
We are with the Black Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, the involvement's there, and it's really just a, labor of love. Don wanting to see this in the events for the kids. And what's really cool is we got all three high school
I think it's
teams.
fantastic, and all three supporting each other is a great idea.
Right.
Now, I had let Dr., because again, making sure that, the communication channels are open, I let Dr. Devano know of this, and Don and I were going to go before them last night, just so they're aware, because when we have these events, I don't like them to read about it in the paper. It does involve their schools.
Right.
So, but they are aware, and we can't work out a meeting until probably the 20th or 27th. But again, there is no ask there. It was just to let them know so they can help promote the event, because I do believe this is just like the game that happened last year. It was a grassroots event where both of the ADs got together and said, hey, why don't we have our game? And they were willing to, they had already raised funds. We're going to pay it out of their boosters funds. And we said, we have a wonderful mechanism for these type of things. So I think it's, I would motion that we would approve $5,000 for the event, which of course would be billed to us. We would just have the ballpark bill us.
If you'd approve, can we just amend the motion to add
Yeah.
for $5,000? Okay.
I'm happy to second that. I'm
Yeah.
a baseball fan as well. I think this is going to be a great thing for the community. Let's just pray it doesn't rain.
Yeah. So it's been properly moved and
I know what
second.
happens when it rains.
Properly moved and second to go $5,000, which is what our procedures are at this time right
That's
now.
perfect.
So if everyone would like to vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And is this something that you're looking, that we could promote yearly?
Yes, yes. I mean,
I think that would be, because I have a feeling you're now going to have people now wanting to
Right.
schedule and be there. And I think it's a great idea, and I think it's I think it for all three schools being able to participate.
Well, as well as the three schools that are being invited.
Yes. Right.
Okay, I
Right.
mean,
Yes.
this is a plus for their community.
Absolutely.
I think, if you could look in the future to finding I don't like to say the biggest rival, because
Right.
obviously Morgantown University High would be
Right.
on one level, but
Right.
still their rival outside. Bridgeport would be a great individual to bring in here on a AA level.
Right. And I spoke to each of the coaches about who they wanted to play, and, it was close to the sectionals. Had each of the coaches involved so that it helped pick their rivals. But, again, one of the things is driving people into the community. So,
We did vote, right? I just lost. I senior moment. Okay, yeah, sorry.
And again, GW, I believe you were telling me they'll probably be the number one.
they'll definitely be,
Preseason number one.
a
Yeah,
high top
yeah.
seed. So, I mean,
So that's a big game. Bridgeport, were they champs last year?
Bridgeport's been running champs several years in
And
a
they
row.
always bring a crowd.
They
too,
always bring a
yes.
crowd.
I think it's exciting.
And Clay Battelle and Notre Dame, I think that's
I think it's a great idea.
and it's perfect the way you have it set up.
Yeah.
So appreciate your support.
pray for weather.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hope
And
to
thank
see
you
there
for
that day.
MVB's support on this. This is fantastic.
Like, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's have a positive after that negative. To consider for approval requisition number 2 for development, District number 2, Morgantown Industrial Park Phase 2 Project Fund. So a lot of twos in there.
Okay, there's a requisition on the table for Thrasher Engineering and Adrian Enterprises, $45,675 to Thrasher Engineering and $40,000 to Adrian Enterprises in the amount of, total amount of $85,675.
Do I have a motion?
Move to approve?
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Reports of elected
We got
officials.
one more thing.
Oh, sorry.
Something came in yesterday. It's
Oh.
an after-hours key card access to the clerk's office for Cynthia Van Stafford.
Is that
Move for approval.
Second.
from a law firm, or is that what?
Well, her.
Oh,
yeah.
her, okay, yeah.
It's-
Okay,
is a
been
lawyer.
properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes. Now,
Give you a copy.
do we have any reports from elected officials? Carrie, no? Okay, go. Okay, good. Moving on. Ed, reports from County Commission. You get to go first.
This past week, I would like to congratulate Becca Fent Clark and H.R. Scott, both who have now been 10 years at our Extension office. H.R. has been in the field longer, but he was in Wood County before. But still, great assets in Monongalia County. I did attend the WVU small conference dinner and show that they had. It was really great. This has been in Charleston before, so we're hoping to make this, it was brought here last year, hoping to make this a major event in Morgantown. Not to strip Charleston, anything from Charleston, but anything we can, we will. I assure you. We will be attending, I believe Sean and Renette and I will be attending the budget training offered by the state on Friday. And I think I would like to say on Thursday, we will be meeting with the legal representatives of the Fitzsimmons Law Center, and that's regarding the opioid individual class action suit. I know there have been some mentions as to some individuals, well, why aren't you? Well, we are. So we have a meeting set up for tomorrow. And that's about it.
Okay.
Sean?
I just want to report on what's happened since last Wednesday, last time we met. Last Thursday, as I indicated, I had that discussion with Mylan Park General Manager and Ron Justice regarding trying to put together the pro forma for the extension building project, and that went pretty well. We've got a lot of things to do to get that going, but I'll update you guys later in regards to where we are with that. Friday, as I mentioned, I appreciate Dawn taking time to meet with me to talk about this event, the baseball event. And Saturday was Empty Bowls, which is, I can't say enough about how wonderful of an event that is. You're there, and everybody in Mon County, it seemed like, was there. And they're all there to have lunch with their neighbors and support the food insecurity efforts in Mon County. That's the third year I've been a host for this event, and every year when it's over, I ask them, please call me back next year, because it's a very worthwhile event. This week, Monday, we had our meeting with the fleet management vendor, and to discuss our current fleet and strategy moving forward. And it was a very productive meeting. As Ed mentioned, we have our auditors training on Friday. And next week, I want to remind people that we have the state auditor visiting at our meeting at 10, after our meeting at 10:45 here. So I'm looking forward to that. In regards to the Swanson notice, I did read that message last week, and that's unfortunate. But I hope that we can, any way that we can help in regards to putting information out, or any way to assist with any of the displaced individuals. We did finish up our last Board of Equalization and Review meeting today, and I want to thank all parties for presenting well-argued sides and putting a lot of effort into and a lot of thought into that process. And the last thing, it's unfortunate to see here Rachel leaving us. She'll be hard to replace. But obviously, if it's for personal reasons, well, we wish her luck, and hopefully our paths will cross in the future. That's all I have, Tom.
Okay, thank you. Let's start off with great news. The three county commissioners are ecstatic that our bill, Senate Bill 275, with Senator Clemens, Senator Beach, and Senator Romano, got it pushed through the Senate before the changeover, and it's now in the Judiciary Committee in the House, and hopefully John Williams and Joe Statler with Barbara Fleischer will get it moving. We're very excited about that situation. Hopefully that will resolve that issue. I am amiss. We do have a representative here from Senator Manchin's office, Justin Ray, and I didn't know if you wanted to just say hello or anything. It's always great to have.
Everybody knows who I am. I don't really have.
Come in front of the mic so that way they hear you. Yeah.
I apologize. I believe everybody knows who I am. If not, I'm Justin Ray, and I'm with Senator Manchin's office. I don't really have anything to report, but if you have any questions or concerns, you can see me afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you. The good news is he is going to be representative of, we will be giving away food delivered today at 5 different places. We have 5,000 pounds of fresh food and produce that will be going to families of students and parents, and that will happen today. And again, hopefully the situation in Charleston is tenuous. Hopefully it's been resolved and we will know tomorrow, but I do want to thank the public in Monongalia County. I think it really showed we all got together, which side you were on, and everyone was looking to resolve this issue, and hopefully we can move forward, and very appreciative of all the businesses and the community that work together, and hopefully it's over with, hopefully. At this time, do I have a motion? Anything else? Do I have a motion to
Adjourn.
Second.
proper movement second? Oh, wait, apologize. I apologize. I did say I was going, I apologize, with permission. Basically, I just wanted to explain that we are aware of the situation. There seems to be some confusion, though. If I'm correct, the contract goes till 2019?
Yes.
So I want to get that clear. I think it's
July 1.
July 1st, 2019.
Yes.
I also want to state that we are waiting to hear from Mon Health Systems. I know that the WVU system has applied, asked to be in the rotation, and by law, we can't jump into another contract until the contract's up, but we are reviewing the entire situation. So I just wanted you all to know that we are on top of this, and we're doing everything we can to make sure everyone will be treated fairly with EMS service, okay? And I did want to pass that on. Did
Yeah,
anyone?
and no, Tom said he was going to
I
reference this, and that's why
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. But we have heard from a number of
Yes.
residents out that area, and we are looking into it. We're looking into the options.
Yeah, I apologize for that. So now I have a
We've
motion.
already had it.
Okay, to adjourn. We now are officially adjourned. Thank you.